A crucial vote will be held on New Caledonia this weekend to determine if the island will break away from France to become an independent nation. On Sunday, hundreds of thousands of people will head to the polls for a referendum that's been a long time coming for the island's Indigenous people. For more, I'm now joined in the studio by Research Fellow in the Lowy Institute's Pacific Island Program, Alexandre Dayand. Welcome and thank you for coming this afternoon. This independence vote has been in the works for some time, for years, decades even. Can you give us some of the background?
Yeah, well, so to understand this referendum, you need to go back a bit in time, maybe like 150 years ago, actually, where the French used to use actually this island as a penal colony. And then, so like they did send a lot of their prisoners, right? And then they discovered nickel. And so with the nickel, a lot of French people did immigrate from France to go to New Caledonia. The issue then was that they never really integrated the Kanak population by itself. And so in 1980s, the Kanaks, so the indigenous population of New Caledonia, did raise, and like they did create a pro-independence movement that actually opposed the French government. And so this led to actually unrest and almost a civil war. And so what the French government did to settle down the situation was to actually organize the signing of agreement, like the Matignon Agreement in '88 and Nouméa Accord in 1998, that actually gave more autonomy to the territory of New Caledonia, but also that gave a clear organization of a referendum for independence, which is what we're going to assist on Saturday.
And so what is the exact question? What is it asking?
Yeah, so the question is actually very interesting. The question is, do you want New Caledonia to accede sovereignty and become fully independent? This question is, in the question you have both the words independent and sovereign. And so that's actually interesting because like the people who want New Caledonia to step out of France really wanted the word independence in the question, because independence would mean like a clear break from France, from the French support. And let me remind you that actually France sends up to 1.5 billion euros per year to New Caledonia for the territory to continue to grow economically. And the word full sovereignty means basically being independent, but with the French support. So that's the question.
And so what has France had to say in the lead up to this weekend?
Well, so the French position is actually very interesting because Emmanuel Macron, when he went to visit the island in May, he actually didn't stand any position. He said, well, look, France is here to support the referendum process. We're here to assist with the organization of everything. However, I'm not taking any position, he was saying. He said, though, that France is very beautiful with New Caledonia. And so without it, France might not be as beautiful.
Are there regional implications for near neighbours, including Australia, from this weekend's decision?
Well, so it is. Australia really wants New Caledonia to step out of France because it is good for Australia to have a French neighbor that is like a nuclear power that is a great economy that it can sustain the economic standards of New Caledonia. The thing is that if New Caledonia becomes independent, then what Australia fears is that the region might come back to be unstable again. And this would imply maybe investing more in New Caledonia, but also like it would maybe imply that China would go back on the picture. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure you are very aware of the fact that there's a kind of Chinese paranoia, you know, like we're seeing the rise of Chinese influence in the Pacific. And so Australia is not very keen on this, which is why like an independent New Caledonia would be actually a bit of a worry for Australia.
Well, what are the chances of it getting up?
Well, so far, the polls are saying that the vote is going to tend to